Everyone loves when I talk about our good friend Steven Singer. Hey, it's Anthony Cumia here. I've been telling you about Steven, the I Hate Steven Singer guy, for decades. If you haven't heard yet, Steven Singer Jewelers was named one of America's leading jewelers. There are almost 18,000 jewelers in America, and less than 50 jewelers have received this wonderful honor. Just another reason why other jewelers hate him. They hate Steven Singer. Steven's a jeweler you can trust. He has the best guarantees, the best warranties, and all at the perfect price 365 days a year. Steven always has the best value on real diamond jewelry. No phony sales, no fake discounts or pricing games, no nonsense ever. Just easy and fun. That's why he's considered one of the most trusted jewelers in America. No one does diamonds better. Experience the difference at Steven Singer Jewelers. Online at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Boy, I am really liking Pete Hegseth. And you could tell by how much the Democrats hate him and are trying to downplay him being the Secretary of War. Huh, good God, y'all. And I think it's great. They don't like him. He's not what do they call it? Like cordial? Nice. He's a nice guy, but as far as things go, like the military, and that's his job. Let's make the United States military the supreme fighting force. 'Cause look, we haven't been. I think there's such a drop-off to number 2 in the world that we've always been number 1. There isn't really a country, even China, I'm not talking nukes or anything, but even China looks and goes, they're pretty formidable. You know, the United States military, pretty formidable. But we look at what's happened over the past few years, and especially under the 4 years of the Biden administration. We have seen an influx of just empty the old Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey circus tent into the recruiting office. That's what they've done. Ladies and gentlemen, step right up. See the bearded woman soldier. That's what's happening, or was happening. And like everything else I've talked about, the border. Biden's mess, Trump has to fix it. Trump's the bad guy for fixing it. And this is another thing. The United States military, they have screwed with it. They've tried the social experiment of transgender and gay people and women in combat roles and all this stuff. This feel-good experiment, you know, like women in law enforcement. That's great. Sit in the precinct. Put your ass in a seat, type up some stuff so a guy can be out on the street doing the job to the best of their ability. And we've seen a military where, you know, who wouldn't be disgusted seeing what was put in leadership positions in the military? Freak show. Incompetence, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I've seen videos of sailors on submarines or aircraft carriers, and it's a guy, supposedly, with rouge and lipstick and eyeliner, sashaying around a ship, talking about how awesome they are. And there's no place for that. The military isn't an experiment. It's been battle tested over time. And I think the people in charge, the real people in charge, not the mental institution we had, they understand what makes a strong military. And this diversity for the sake of diversity nonsense ain't it. If something ends up being diverse because you looked for the best people involved, the best people you could possibly get for that job, and then when you find the best people, get them all in one place and look around and go, wow, that is a diverse group of people. I'm glad we picked the best people that we could. That's one thing, and that's rare. But if you're just saying we need a room full of diverse-looking people, regardless of how well or not well they perform their duties, that's diversity just for diversity's sake. And it doesn't work. And throwing in things that are bad for morale, that prevent the military from being battle ready, that's a crime. That is a crime. So Hegseth has been speaking of late, and I love it. Secretary of War. Here he is. This clip is him talking. He got a bunch of generals and admirals together in a room, called them from wherever they were, so there would be no mistake. Oh, you didn't get the memo? Oh, you weren't in on the Zoom meeting? He wanted them all there looking at him on a stage as he said, we are done with that. This is what we're doing now. And if you're not aboard, goodbye. And there's no saying I missed the memo. That's why he brought them all together, one place to go, here's our mission now. So here's Pete talking about how they are done with the woke military, and I couldn't be happier.
No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses.
I love that one.
No more climate change worship. No more division, distraction, or gender delusions. No more debris. As I've said before, and will say again, we are done with that.
Yep, you dropped a little S-bomb there. Done with it. And that's great. It's such plain English. I don't understand how any American of right mind doesn't get that and go, yeah, I like that. I understood every word he said. This wasn't some political jargon. He wasn't trying to pad it so as not to offend anybody. This is what was happening. This is what's happening now under my leadership. And we're done with all that. Here's another clip talking about physical fitness. We've seen the military just go down the tubes. And we see this again on a lot of police departments. You got these obese people, sometimes, again, more times than not, women, and they can't do their job. They're too fat to do the job. Sorry. And physical fitness should always be part of the military. You look at some of the other armies, big armies around the world, you don't see this. You just don't see this amount of unfit soldiers. So he had something to say about that, too. Listen.
With physical fitness and appearance. If the Secretary of War can do regular, hard PT, so can every member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops.
Fat troops.
Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the joint force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year.
Awesome.
As well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year. Every year of service.
Beautiful.
Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already.
Yeah. This is a guy who isn't all talk, no action. Do as I say, not as I do. When he meets with the troops, he does PT with them. And earlier, he was at the, because Trump was at the 250th birthday for the Navy, I believe that was, and they were having a football game. And Hegseth got down there and set some kind of a record for the most people doing push-ups at one time. And he's right down there on his face. This guy isn't all talk, but they just don't understand it. They don't understand this type of thinking. They don't see the military. It's not a democracy, the military. It isn't. This isn't a, what do you think? What do you think? This is an organization that needs to be run through strength and discipline. A lot of discipline in there.
Everyone loves when I talk about our good friend Steven Singer. Hey, it's Anthony Cumia here. I've been telling you about Steven, the I Hate Steven Singer guy, for decades. If you haven't heard yet, Steven Singer Jewelers was named one of America's leading jewelers. There are almost 18,000 jewelers in America, and less than 50 jewelers have received this wonderful honor. Just another reason why other jewelers hate him. They hate Steven Singer. Steven's a jeweler you can trust. He has the best guarantees, the best warranties, and all at the perfect price 365 days a year. Steven always has the best value on real diamond jewelry. No phony sales, no fake discounts or pricing games, no nonsense ever. Just easy and fun. That's why he's considered one of the most trusted jewelers in America. No one does diamonds better. Experience the difference at Steven Singer Jewelers. Online at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.